So, if you're running an e-commerce brand, you know the dream, right? Getting your products right to the top of Google. But here's the thing. The real secret to making money isn't just about ranking a product page here or there. It's about getting your collection pages to just completely dominate the search results. Why? It's simple. The more collection pages you rank, the more revenue you bring in. The real question is, how do you do it over and over again? This right here is the absolute heart of it all. Ranking collection pages shouldn't be about luck, it should be a system. And today, we're going to break down a proven 6-step framework that turns this whole idea into a repeatable process, one that can drive some serious organic growth. All right, so here's the game plan. We're going to start with the big picture, the entire framework. Then we'll zoom in on each piece, laying the foundation, telling Google your page is important, figuring out your competitive edge, and then, the best part, turning those rankings into a revenue machine you can use again and again. All right, let's dive in. So this is it, the whole system from a bird's eye view. It's a 6-step process, and it's designed specifically to take all the guesswork out of ranking your e-commerce collections. Honestly, you can think of it as your personal checklist for making any collection page a top performer. And here are those 6 steps. See how it flows? We start with the strategy part, picking the perfect keyword. Then we move into execution, optimizing the page and building up its authority. After that, we get analytical and calculate the exact link gap between you and your competition. And then we get to the finish line. Rank, earn, and do it all over again to scale up. Okay, let's start right at the beginning with steps 1 and 2. Because before you can even think about links or fancy site architecture, you have to nail the fundamentals. And that means picking the absolute perfect keyword and building your page for success right from the get-go. Step 1 is all about that keyword choice, and you got to ask yourself 3 questions. First, can I actually rank for this? You want to look at the keyword difficulty, or KD. It's just a score that tells you how tough the competition is. For most sites, anything under 40 is a fantastic target. Second, should I rank for this? Go ahead and Google the term. If you don't see other collection pages in the top spots, well, that's Google telling you it wants to show something else. And finally, will this make me money? Look, if you sell vegan protein powder, don't just target protein powder. You'll get a ton of traffic that bounces, and that just tells Google your page isn't a good fit. Okay, keyword locked in. Now it's time to build the page. And this right here is pretty much the perfect blueprint. You need a big, clear H1 heading with your keyword, then a short intro. Then comes your product grid, and below that, this is key, you add a secondary H2 heading with 3 smaller H3s under it, each with some good descriptive text. Why so specific? Well, this structure gives Google all the context and topical info it needs to say, I get what this page is about, and it's a great result for my users. So your page is perfectly built, it's optimized. Now what? How do you tell Google, hey, this page is important? That's exactly what steps 3 and 4 are for. It's all about using the power of your own website through smart internal linking and site structure. You basically have 2 main weapons in your internal linking arsenal. First, you've got your blog posts. You can funnel all that authority from relevant articles straight to your new collection page. Second, you link from your other similar collection pages. When you do that, you create this tight little topic cluster, which basically screams to Google that you're an authority on this entire category. Now, this is where site structure gets really, really important. We need to talk about something called crawl depth. It's just a fancy term for how many clicks does it take to get from your homepage to any other page. And you can probably guess, a page that's only 1 click away is seen by Google as way more important than one that's buried 5 clicks deep in your site. So what's the magic number? It's 3. This is so crucial. If you are serious about ranking a collection page for a tough keyword, it cannot, under any circumstances, be more than 3 clicks from your homepage. 2 is even better. And what does that mean? It means you have to link to it from your main menu or from a page that's linked in the main menu. Your site hierarchy is everything here. Okay, this next step, this is what separates the folks who are just guessing from the ones who are running a predictable system. We're going to move SEO from an art to a science. We're going to cover exactly how to calculate what it will take to beat your top competitor by doing a backlink gap analysis. So what in the world is a backlink gap? It's actually pretty simple. It's just the difference in link power between your page and the competitor's page that's sitting in that top spot you want. By looking at their links, you can figure out the exact number of high-quality links you need to build to catch up and snatch their ranking. The million-dollar question in SEO, right? And this backlink gap analysis is exactly how you get the answer. So let's walk through a real-world example to see how this all plays out.
But wait, before we do the math, you need to know about this incredibly powerful rule of thumb, especially for established sites. It turns out that about 4 or 5 really strong, relevant internal links can have the same ranking power as one high-quality link from another website. This is a total game changer because it means you can start closing that backlink gap using the authority you've already built.
Okay, let's do a little case study here. Let's say we want to rank against a giant like Sephora. First, we'd analyze their backlinks and filter out all the junk to find only the links that are actually helping them rank. In this example, let's say they have 8 really good external backlinks. We can also estimate they have about 100 internal links pointing to that page. Using our 4-to-1 rule, those internal links are basically worth 25 backlinks. Add the 8 external links to that, and boom, you get a total link gap of 33. That's your number. That's your target. Now, we can take that target of 33 links and turn it into a real budget and a real timeline. Let's say a good link costs about $250 on average. Well, you need $8,250. But you can't just build links to that one page. That looks really unnatural to Google. So you also need to build some general links to your homepage. We call these pillow links. Let's budget for 20 of those, so that's another $5,000. Your total budget, $13,250. And if you're spending $2,000 a month on links, all of a sudden you have a predictable timeline, about 6.5 months to rank. See, SEO is no longer a mystery. Okay, we've done the research, we've built the page, and we've executed a link building plan that's based on data, not guesses. So let's move into the final phase, seeing the results and understanding how this entire framework becomes a cycle of non-stop growth. And here it is, the payoff for all of that hard work. Ranking isn't a mystery anymore. It's the totally predictable outcome of a very deliberate process. Once your on-page SEO is flawless and you have systematically closed that backlink gap, getting to your target rank isn't just a hope, it's the logical conclusion. And this is the most powerful part of the whole thing. It's not a one-and-done project. It is a scalable, repeatable growth engine. The second one page hits its target and starts making you money, you go right back to step 1 with the next keyword on your list. You just repeat the process, compounding your organic revenue over and over and over again. So there you have it, a complete 6-step framework for turning e-commerce SEO from a guessing game into a predictable revenue channel. You've got the blueprint. The only question left is, which keyword are you going to target first?